Hey guys, Ben Lataki here with Production Realty, and I got Jon Ferguson here for another episode of Ask the Broker. So you said you've been getting this question a lot.
Lots. How do I know if it's a good time to sell my home?
Okay, all right, good question, guys. So how do I know if it's a good time to sell? So what do you tell people?
It's circumstantial. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So my advice, guys, is if it's a good opportunity, a good time in your life for you to sell your house, then the answer is yes. Okay? Because it always comes back to if it makes sense to sell. If it makes sense for you to sell your house and do the next move, then we can navigate the next steps. Right?
It's true.
Because there's always two sides to the equation. If we're going to sell your home, we need to figure out where you're going. What's the buy situation, right? So in a perfect world, you want low competition when you're selling your home. So low inventory, we call it. But that usually creates high buyer demand, right? So that the second side of the equation of where are we buying? So in a perfect world, you have low buyer demand where you're buying and low competition,
seller competition,
where you're selling, right? And so that's hard to find. But we have this unique opportunity right now, I feel, where there's very low inventory, low competition. Rates have climbed just a touch. And so we're seeing less demand in the buyer side of the equation. We're not seeing 30 offers on a house, we're seeing 2 or 3 offers on a house.
Right.
So when you're trying to be a buyer in today's market, it's a little bit easier than it was a year or two ago.
Sure.
And yet we still have really low inventory, which is great because you're competing against just a handful of houses on the market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is it a good time to sell? I mean, the answer, it really comes down to your situation.
Yeah. When is a good time for you to sell?
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be downsizing, empty nesters. That could be job relocation. There's a lot of things that you just don't have control over when you say yes to upgrading in life somehow.
Right. And so one of the things I sometimes think about is, okay, if sometimes sellers go, I'm going to sell because the market's turning. I want to get as much money out of it as I can before things shift. Okay, great. Then sometimes sellers say, I want to hold on to the house because the market is so strong and it's appreciating so much that I want to get those future gains. But my counter argument there is, if it makes sense for you to sell today, let's sell today, because we don't know what the future will hold in value.
That's right.
And the cost to hold a home year after year, insurance, taxes, upkeep, mortgage payments, usually the cost to hold, the carry cost we call it, usually far outweighs any gains you'll get in the marketplace.
In 1 year.
Yeah, in the marketplace. So so typically, we go, you can chase values, or we can get out before values drop. Really, we're only going to do those things if it makes sense for you to sell, if it's the right time in your life to sell your home. So
that's great.
That's my advice.
Perfect.
Thanks, guys. This is Ask the Broker. Got any questions, please send them our way. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye.